when you go from focusing on Jesus, Arnett, and following Jesus, you begin to move. And anytime you begin to move, there's life. Anytime you can take your arms and lift it up, and you can take your other arm and your leg, and you can walk around, you begin to have life, because movement is like medicine, and movement helps you to keep going forward. Yeah. Focusing on Jesus fixes your eyes. But following, that fixes your life. Yeah, your life. Your life. When we follow Jesus, we are actively choosing to walk in his ways. We're actively choosing to obey his word, and we're actively choosing to live according to his will. And that's where the promise comes alive. When we follow Jesus, we'll experience a life of peace, a life of purpose, and a life of power. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. You hear that? When you get up in the morning and you make a decision that today I'm not just going to look at Jesus and look at my word and look at what it means to be a Christian. I'm not just going to look at, I'm going to actually get up and start moving and following Jesus. That is when you and I, we have the ability to experience a life of peace. Yeah, peace. Jesus said, my peace I give you. Not like the world gives, do I give this peace. I'm giving you my peace because you're following me. You're not just looking at me. He says he gives us purpose. You hear that? Purpose. He told the disciples, come with me and follow me. I'm going to make you fisher of men. I'm going to give you a life purpose. When you focus on me, you wonder and you dream and you analyze. But when you actually get up and start moving and making things happen and following Jesus, that's when you begin to walk in divine purpose. He said, follow me and I'm going to make you a fisher of men. Follow me and I'm going to give you a purpose. It's going to be a divine purpose. Yeah, Lord have mercy. And then you'll have power. In Acts chapter 1, he said, you shall receive power. Oh my God. This is a power that's from on high. It's a power that lives on the inside of us. It's not magic. It's a power that God activates on the inside of us that gives us the ability to do what we could never do before, that gives us the ability to wake up in the morning and get to church, that gives us the ability to serve, that gives us the ability to preach, and gives us the ability to do more than we ever thought we could do. How many of you have done more since you've been following Jesus than you ever thought you can do? God is lifting you up and turn you around and put your feet on solid ground. I'm telling you, it's a power from on high. It's a power. You couldn't stay married before you were following Jesus. You couldn't be in you couldn't be in a monogamous relationship before you were following Jesus. You couldn't get up and go to work every day and grind it out before you were following Jesus. You couldn't stay away from temptation and all these things that were coming at you before you were following Jesus. You couldn't keep your head out the refrigerator before you were following Jesus. But God has given you and I a power from on high. Deuteronomy 8:18 says that he has given us the power to get wealth. Some of us have not experienced wealth until we started following Jesus. A wealthy and rich marriage, a wealthy and rich household, a wealthy and rich relationship with our children and our grandchildren, a wealthy perspective with work. It's power. Yeah, I can testify that I've experienced this power, Zion, in my own life. I knew about Jesus as a child. I understood Jesus as a child. I gave my life, Shah, to Christ when I was 9 years old. But because I was not able to follow him and be discipled in a church, I only focused on him. In other words, I focused on him even when I was moving in the wrong direction. I focused on him even when I didn't understand. I still had a focus, but I didn't experience transformation in life until I started following him. And it wasn't until my early 20s when I decided that it's time to follow Jalil. It's time to follow him. It's time to get out my own way and let some things fall off. And I began to step forward and walk with God in ways that I never did before. I didn't just gaze at him. I did not just fix my eyes on him, but I began to follow him.